Well, I think we have gathered pretty much everything we need to start working on putting this tunnel ram on the car. So, let's take a look, see, and potentially do that. Now, for the tunnel ram itself, we got our plugs, we have our fuel fittings, right? And we even have, you know, a non-zip tie, right? Even though this thing aggravates me beyond belief. Because I still need to space this shit out with even more stuff. It came with a fitting. It came with fittings, right? This thing right here had two of them. All right, it's a little plug, goes right there. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I dropped one. I can't find it. How can it disappear? I was right here working on tunnel ram. Dropped it. It's gone. Yeah, that's how that goes. Pretty much. Well, so obviously we're making do with what we got here, but I guess it should still work. I don't know where that piece could went. I tore this whole place apart trying to look for that one little piece, and I can't find it. Yeah, good. But anyhoozle, so this is pretty much ready to go. I mean, we got return spring, everything else, right? Really, we just, well, we need to take the carbs off and actually put carb gaskets, all that on here. So this is all temporarily mocked up for right now. Let's go out to the car and see what we need to do to take that old intake off so that we can work on getting this new intake on. Okay, so I suppose the big thing is going to be undoing this nitrous system. Because, well, obviously we're not going to run the nitrous with the tunnel ram, at least until we get a second nitrous plate. We only have one, so, it's... Once we get a second one, then we could do nitrous on the tunnel ram. But next spring, we're going to put in the new engine, which is going to be running a dual plane edelbrock air gap for now. And then we'll incorporate the tunnel ram again later on with some, porting and all that stuff. So, but it should be pretty easy because I just have them kind of tied here. They all have connectors, so I can easily disconnect it and pull it out. That whole situation will be a little trickier, but still shouldn't be too bad, right? Then pretty much just drain water. It's got water in it, so it's not coolant, so that's kind of nice. And pretty much start on bolting. I'm hoping I can get the intake out without messing with the distributor. I believe I can. I think I've done it before, but we'll see. Oh, what is that back there? Huh. I guess I never noticed that. What does that go to? Transmission? I'm gonna have to figure something else out for that then, I guess. Okay, well, did not notice that at all. Alright, let's start unplugging some stuff, I guess. Well, why don't we take that carburetor off? Let's just get that over with. And the thing we're going to use to get all this carburetor and intake and everything off and on with is, check this out, 6% recycled. That's a sticker right there. He had this ratchet, well, he got me this ratchet, but he had his friend Cerakote it, coat it. Check this thing out. Oh, if I can get it. Oh, here we go. Push. There we go. Oh, this thing is pretty fancy, I'm not gonna lie. Look at that. American flag ratchet. Oh, this thing is sweet. Head even pivots. This is a fancy unit. Even comes with eyeglass wipes for whatever reason, but you know, I wear glasses, believe it or not, so that'll work. But yeah, check that thing out, huh? America. Fuck yeah. So this is what we're going to be using, obviously, for doing all this work on. So thank you very much, 6%. I truly appreciate this. Such a bummer I didn't get to get it in person at No Name. He was going to give this to me at No Name Nationals, I guess. But we didn't make it. Unfortunately. But, you know, it is what it is. And I got it now. So, let's test this bad boy out and start wrenching. I need other tools, don't I? Man, this car is so filthy from the trip. Poor thing. Oh well. Oh, yes. I can feel America. Alright, got carburetor off. Now let's work on disconnecting this nitrous system. Alright, nitrous is all disconnected. Kind of sad, but you know, we'll get it back. It's all, you know, pretty much relatively in one, you know, it's all plug and play, so it can go right back on pretty quickly. Well, I still got to pull that tube out and whatnot, but the plate is off at any rate. Okay, now let's see what else we got going on here. Probably him, I would imagine. Him. And emptying the water. Him right there. My coolant temp sensor. And that's pretty much it. Got everything disconnected off that intake. So, well, now it's just a matter of undoing the bolts, trying to break it free from the block, and yanking it out. Alright, well, I believe I got the perfect tool for the job right here. I took out all the bolts, and she's loose. Well, that was easy. I thought I was gonna have to fight to get this thing unstuck. It just popped right off. Okay. Now I have to do the torturous bit of attempting to get this thing out of here without touching the distributor. It can be done. I've done it before. It's just I remember it's a pain in the ass. So let me fight to do that for a minute. Then I'll show you what we got. Huh. I remember that being way more difficult for some reason in the past. I know I fought with that once or twice. Literally, it just came right out. I can't believe it. Okay. Wow. Look how fucking clean it is in here. That is insanely clean. For, you know, the guy who keeps saying you don't need to change your oil until it needs it, right? Look how clean that is. There is no sludge to be found in here. Take that, picking with pickle. Ha! Jeez Louise. Well, now that we have this off, take a look at these ports. That is carboned right on up. Yeah. Yeah, that's good for performance. Let's see here. I'm just kind of taking a look-see to see if there's any that are just like, if I can see, I don't know, just kind of seeing, you know what I mean? They all look about the same. Huh. Oh, hey, what's this? Oh, well, that's good for cooling, I bet. Alright, well, we can't ultimately finish installing this today, as I need to get some new bolts and I need a gasket and, you know, that kind of stuff. But let's set it in there and see what it looks like. Oh my god, it looks amazing. Look at this. Tunnel ram. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, let's see here. How's this throttle linkage going to work? So you come there, you're about there. Well, we'll figure that out. Man alive, that just looks sweet. Let's take a back up look at her. Oh, tunnel ram. And you're never going to believe it. I didn't believe it. You're never going to believe it. Guess what? Hood closes. And we still got room. Look at that. I mean, obviously, no air cleaner, but we're used to that. Look at the front. Perfect. Oh, that is going to be amazing, guys. Oh, I cannot wait. All right, I need gaskets. I need new bolts. We're gonna silicone the China wall there, so we'll need that. And well, you know, that's this is as far as we can go for right now. But we're pretty much already most of the way there. I'm getting it on, of course, getting it running and throttle linkage and all this and that. You know, that's that'll take some time. But getting it on is the priority, and we're pretty much, I mean, it's there, right? And it looks phenomenal. Oh man, that's awesome. But you know, it really does beg the question, right? We're going from this low-rise dual plane, you know, because it's the Performer 289, right? It's not an RPM, just the Performer. Short, you know, she's short. To going to, well, you know, not so short, right? What is this going to do to, well, the performance? So what's that going to do with the power production? What are we actually going to make more power? Substantially more power? You know, a little bit more power? We're going to lose power? We're going to like throw away all our bottom end, you know, and try to get really high RPM, 8 grand out of it? No, we're not. The tunnel ram is not really going to help higher RPM much. Maybe a little, but not too much. The limiting factor on that is the cylinder heads. The heads just don't flow up there, is the real problem. The Performer with its short runners versus the tunnel ram with its long runners, tunnel ram should actually make a lot more low-end torque, a lot more low-end power. Low to mid range is really where that tunnel ram shines, because it's a long runner tunnel ram. I mean, they have race tunnel rams with shorter runners. That's for higher RPM. I bet you that tunnel ram's actually going to wake up that motor quite a bit. Now, I didn't think it would, you know, in the beginning when we were actually going to go put it out there. I just wanted it on there just to see how it looked and, you know, get the 2 carburetors going before we have to tear the engine out because it's going to snow. But now thinking about it, I've been thinking it over, and ever since, you know, because it's that low rise intake that we had on there before, I bet you this tunnel ram might just wake up that car quite a bit. And it won't be long until we get to find out either, because all I need is a set of gaskets, which, Jesus criminy Christmas, I hope they have gaskets at the auto parts store. I mean, that'd be ridiculous if I have to order those. So I'm going to have to order some gaskets, I'm guessing, because that's just how, you know, things have been going lately. And get some bolts, because those bolts are pretty shoddy. I mean, I could clean those ones up, I suppose, but just bolts are so cheap, I'll just get some new ones. Then that's pretty much it. Oh, silicone. We're going to silicone the China wall. You know, we're not messing with rubber gasket there or cork or nothing. We're just big bead of silicone and just squish the intake on it. It'll be fine. Yeah, that's all we have to do. Special thanks to 6%. This thing works awesome. I mean, I don't know how long the actual American flag motif's gonna stay on there. I mean, she's already kind of wiping off a little bit, just because that's how I am with tools. But you know, it's a distressed flag, right? So any nicks or scratches or bumps in it is just gonna add to it because it's meant to be distressed anyway. So works awesome, man. I highly appreciate you, you know, bud. Again, man, I wish I could have been there with you at No Name to get it, but well, you know, there's always next year, and possibly we'll meet each other before then too. But she got on the tunnel. Well, she got off the, you know, intake manifold pretty good, and the carburetor and all that. So nice. So that's 6%. 6% recycled. So go check him out. You know, very cool guy. And I'll catch y'all next time.